Good, looks like we're started. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the start of the next stream of this silly little Pokemon thing. So, in the last thing we started off getting on some of our earlier mons. We had Sableye, who was very helpful for defeating Brawly, I think his name was. I don't know why I'm spacing his name right now. I think it's Brawly, but anyway. So we beat Brawly, we got a surprisingly useful Tailo. Of course, we have Marshtomp here, who we got is named Evermore, who will be forever carrying the Everstone for the rest of this run. We have Deviant here, who will explain more of why they're called Deviant, but let me real quick just send along something to so close out of my editing software in the background. Try not to make this lag too much. Let me get notify that I am doing the thing. Then we will hop right into it. Oh yes, the great return of Hoenn indeed. Oh hey Ouija, glad you can make it. Welcome. This has indeed been quite fun, and I am looking forward to continuing this incredible run, which will totally not test my patience or be troublesome for me in any capacity. Alright. Paying us away. Let me just close it. There we go. Now we're all set to go and get ready. I almost started one yesterday. That is pretty funny. Let's see. Who here needs the most experience? Definitely Deviant. Now, we went with White too. Nice. I would probably like that a lot more than you would, at least for the game. I don't really like Nuzlocke though. I've always hated the idea of Nuzlocke, so I hate the idea of having to lose Pokemon if I make a mistake or something stupid happens, so. Right now, Deviant is not useful, but now, 450 BST is a little arbitrary, admittedly, yes, but generally it restricts just about almost all Pokemon in the entire region, pretty much, except for, like, a couple of small exceptions, like the second evolution of our starter, Sableye, and a couple of Pokemon that don't evolve that are just modest and okay. So I'm just trying to see how far I can go without getting completely screwed over, or how well I can do things. So, oh. Perhaps my goal is to see how low I can, a level I can beat the Elite Four and Champion at once I get there. Like, I'm not paying super close attention to my level up until then, but I mean, obviously I am going to be watching, like, my level, but let me check. Do I have the XP share yet? Because if I have the XP share, it's probably worth... No, does not look. Looks like I do not have the XP share just yet. Oh, Soul Links are incredible. I watched Future Vision and Naji play one of Pokemon Platinum way back in the day, and oh my god, it was a mess. Alright, I'm swapping Deviant out for Evermore for sure. And I don't think that they have any electric attacks just yet, so let's take out the other mine and see how this goes. Oh, thanks for using Helping Hand. Mud slap. Oh, we're gonna attack again. That much with Helping Hand? Wow. Also, wow, I must have really low-rolled that, high-rolled this one. That was weird. I was expecting another kill, but... No, this is not it. This is not very... This is not very good advertising for Plusle and Minen with one of them on my team. That's awful, having to lose a Pokemon to random crits like that. Especially to, like... That is the one downside of having, trying to rely on stat reductions of your foes. Random crits can screw it all up. And I'll have to keep that in mind for the rest of this run for sure. Oh, speaking of random crits, yeah, Airstrike has been incredibly useful so far, actually. Double Team. No, this isn't part of Swallow's final moveset, but I will get rid of Growl for Double Team, just cause. There may be a point where I actually find something useful. Use for it. At the very least, I can keep it around until Endeavor. Alright, let's do the first iteration of the Trick House. I will need to do the Trick House at least twice after this. Just for one of the rewards, so. Alright, let's head on then. I'm gonna be real, I forgot the Trick House entirely required any, like, HMs or whatever, but thankfully I still have, my cut HM slave on the... Alright, let's see what we can do with Plusle for the start. It is? I didn't know it was anything to do with Black and White too. I remember that it had a manga, but... I'm not sitting. Alright, Airstrike. Let's get rid of this Oddish. I'm not gonna be able to do much with Plusle until Plusle learns Spark, which I think is not too far away, but... Mr. Cut, do your duty. Do your due diligence. You know, I wish they did something like this again in the Pokemon games, where they like had like required, when you have like these required HMs and stuff. Is there something up here? Nope. Okay. Isn't the kind of thing that I would be able to actually get something in, but okay, I guess not. Yeah, I have heard about various Pokemon manga, but I think it would be interesting to take a look at. You know what's weird? Speaking of like Pokemon media, aside from like the games themselves, I never really watched too much of the actual anime itself, but despite not watching too much of the anime, I have watched a surprising amount of the Pokemon movies. Like, I've seen, I think I've seen, like, all of the Gen 4 ones. I've seen Rise of Darkrai. I watched the Giratina movie with Shaman. I watched, the Arceus one. Rise of Darkrai is the best one, easily. Like, even if it's not the one with Rayquaza, which I also did see, like, because, like, Rayquaza is my favorite legendary, and Gen 3 is my favorite generation, but even I gotta admit, nothing is going to be able to surpass Rise of Darkrai for Pokemon movies. That's just up there at the top for sure. I don't think I ever watched the Genesect one. So the ones I do remember watching was I did watch the Jirachi one movie as well. I watched the Deoxys, the Rayquaza one. I think I watched the original. I definitely watched the one with Entei. I've watched a surprising amount of them, for sure. All at, like, random intervals. I don't even remember how or when, but I know for a fact that I did. Oh, I also watched the Celebi one, and I think one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon ones as well. I watched the one where they, like, had to save Manaphy. Destiny Deoxys, that's one of them I remember too, yeah. That Ranger, yeah, that's right, that's the correct one. You know what? You know what? Paralysis, Attract. This is too annoying for me to deal with. I was tempted to be like, oh, well, just like a Skitty is weak enough for Bustle to deal with, but I don't want to deal with that and wait. Oh, I did also watch the Keldeo one, where Keldeo was like super scared of Kyurem. I vaguely remember, I think I may have watched it on like a DVD or something. Maybe my friend, one of my friends had showed it to me or something. I mean, if I remember correctly, Kirim also, like, froze one of Keldio's friends. So I think that was the motivation. I don't even know Deontay had a movie, I'll be real. But I do have to agree that Deontay is, like... I wish Deontay was, like, a standard evolution of a carbink rather than like a random legendary though, because like it's such a cool mon. I would have loved to have used it in a regular run, but like technically I remember when at one point when I was younger there was a special event for X and Y where you could get a Deontay, and I remember having my mom take me to GameStop to get me that special event Deontay that I maybe used like once or twice. I think Deontay may have also been like my first ever event mon as well, which is actually kind of funny. It's kind of cool that we both end up having that same shared experience. I'm sure every legendary has a movie. I mean everyone, at least every one of them has one. Oh, I did also watch the Lugia movie, the Lugia one with the various legendary birds and stuff. I was like trying to think of like, oh, what's some like old legendary, like did Raikou ever get a movie? That's what I was trying to think. Pokemon 2000 was pretty cool, yeah. Slow King in that movie, just like... that was really funny. Like, I don't know why they randomly were like, hey, go ahead, take... for this one movie, Slow King will be able to talk in human speech because why not? And he will have a line talking about wishing he had pants, and you will like it. I honestly think that's like one of the most memorable thing about the entire movie for sure. Which like I don't need to say that in like any like insulting way. I like to say it because that was genuinely pretty funny. You know what I remember, another line that I remember from the movies, specifically from the Jirachi movie, Mei is like, Jirachi, get rid of the problem! And then Jirachi's like, get rid of problem, okay, and then it just teleports Mei away. Like, that was really funny. Alright, let's see. Can Deviant take out a Shroomish all on their own? I'm so glad you remember that. It was really, really funny. That was a critical hit! And a this mining is comical, dude. I give up. I'm not screwing with Effect Spore. Roselia. I want to know something funny about Roselia. I could have actually used Roselia for this run if this was Sapphire or Ruby. But you can't actually normally get Roselia without trading with Ruby or Sapphire in this game. So, like... I got locked out of a Pokemon that actually could have been probably one of my most useful, just by virtue of it just randomly deciding to not being an Emerald. So that was fantastic. Like, I will admit, mine is basically the best thing I have for taking care of water types in this game. And that's not something I feel exceptionally hopeful about. One of my friends from high school really loved Shroomish. Like, I don't really know what specifically about Shroomish he liked, but unfortunately, there simply is no good grass types. I don't think there's any grass types below 450, other than Roselia, that would actually be useful for me to use. I forget if Bloom is in this, well, I mean, doesn't Gloom evolve into... I think Vileplume is way more than 450. Actually, let me double check that real quick. That's actually worth checking out, just because, like, I can't use Pokemon that, are below, Alright, let's take a look here. I think it's gonna be too much, though. Yeah, 480. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. Not for this. Of course I don't have to evolve, except because of my rules I can't. It's more than just I can't use Pokemon over 450 BST. I also can't use Pokemon that evolve into something that has over 450 BST, excluding excluding my starter, who I can evolve into a Marshtomp, but nothing beyond that. Yeah, so it's incredibly restrictive. Wow, nice, knees. You know, it wouldn't be... I literally could not do this challenge if I did not use my starter in any capacity, so, like... I also decided because this is such a ridiculous, because some of my Pokemon are so, like, not all that great. I'm not gonna lie, I was, checking Chimecho out earlier, in case it may, for one reason or another, be a potential option for me to use for this run, but... I'm keeping that as like a background idea if I change my mind, but as of right now I have other ideas. You know what? Creature. Yeah, Mega Chimecho is so, like, out of the blue. All I have to say is, like, thank God I have Creature here, because, having a Pokemon with no weaknesses that I can use for a run where my Pokemon are not all that great, especially one that learns to text naturally, very, very useful. Alright. I could probably keep going if I really... Yeah, you know what? Oh, I didn't know you liked Chimecho. Honestly, I'm like... I've never ran it, but I am surprisingly fond of it myself. Because I just think it has... I just think it's a cute thing. I like cute thing. Alright, one of these is a fighting type dude, so I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that fighting type will be useful. Or ghost type will be useful for fighting off yeah, Makuhita, yeah. Just need to focus Voltorb and we're good. Deviant is going to get absolutely exploded, so... We're gonna go to Evermore, because that will resist Voltorb. Then I'll Fairy Swipes Voltorb, and then, yeah. Charge. Not bad. Focus energy. There's Mud Shot. And in case that, wow, the double charge. Incredible. I think that's making up for the fact that I've been getting so many crits with Fury Swipes. And I guess also just straight up missing it doesn't help either. Sand attack. Yeah, I'm so frustrated that I'm so frustrated that Roselia was not available specifically for Emerald, because that would have been so useful for me. That would have been easy pick for my team, but instead I'm gonna go with some other Pokemon with questionable utility. But this is a challenge run, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're rolling with. Wow, a PP up. Incredible. Alright. I'm gonna go back and heal up because a lot of my Pokemon are paralyzed or asleep or something stupid like that. Oh, I can use Sunflora, hooray! Wait, can I actually use Sunflora in this run? Is Sunflora an Emerald? I'm gonna check this up, because if I can use Sunflora and Emerald, that would be really funny. I can get Sunkern in the Safari Zone. If I really wanted to. Oh my god. Wait, let me like double check and make sure that like actually is the case. That it is below 450 and it Alright, let me check, like... I can't... Yeah, what does a Safari Zone extension mean? Does it just mean it's in the Safari Zone, or, like... I may just run a Sunflora. I may just run a Sunflora because that would be incredibly funny and I could really, really use a grass type. I do have something of an idea. Let me see. It does naturally learn Sunny Day and Solar Beam. That is an option. It learns Ingrain naturally. It can learn Giga Drain as the TM. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind because there is one Pokemon later on that I kind of having big second thoughts about actually using because it's not looking all that great, but... Oh my god, I have to upgrade the Safari Zone. I mean, it's a Sunkern. I don't think it's gonna be... Well... I'll get to it when I get to it. For now, I want to keep the Pokemon that I have in mind a secret. Is it bad that I kind of actually really want to run a Sunflora just for the hell of it? Like, like normally it's such a terrible Pokemon, but exclusively for the sake of my thing, because it actually has like decent special attack, comes with Sunny Day and Solar Beam, like. Oh my god, wait, why'd I use Growl? Deviant can actually do something! Hooray! And now we're gonna switch up. I can't get access to it until after I defeat the Elite Four. So I can't get Sun Turn until post Elite Four is what you're saying. Just foresight. No. That is extremely disappointing. Never in my life have I been disappointed to not be able to use a Sunflora. Honestly, I think mine can actually take care of most of my problems that would come up for water types. Except for like some of like the big problematic ones. Like, I'm really worried about Glacia in the Elite Four because I don't have a great answer for Walrein. But even if I tried using Shedinja Cheese, you know, it sends out Hail during that match, so it wouldn't matter what I did, Hail would just screw with it. And I don't even know if Shedinja is I don't think Shedinja is actually... like, I checked Ninjask earlier today in case I could like do some like Swords Dance Baton Pass Cheese, and I just missed out because Ninjask is 455, so by 5 points I can't use it. Honestly, I don't like the idea of cheesing things with Shedinja. That just doesn't rub me rubs me the wrong way. Juan and Wallace definitely are of a concern. However, I have some very specific strategies for how I intend to deal with some of the tougher fights in this match, so... I'm not defenseless against, really, the one Mud Slap has made the difference. Really? Yeah, Juan and Wallace are going to be the Finally, oh my god. I think I missed that 3 times. Maybe after this thing I'll like... I'm gonna take another look through the Ho index and see if there are potentially any options that I've completely forgotten about. But I think I've done a pretty thorough look so far, and I don't have much I can do with 450, so... But you know what? I don't even care. I don't care if it takes me a while. I don't care if it's gonna be tough and frustrating. I will find a way around it. And I know one of them sends out a love disc at the start, so... Would have been really nice to have Spark right now, but start with Thunder Wave. Okay, this is not a matchup that's going to be beneficial for me. What do I want to set up? Yeah, I'll send it Evermore. Of course. Come on, bruh. I'm not using a love disc. Also, don't I need to, like... I mean, love disc doesn't evolve, does it? Missing. Slugma. Yeah, Love Disc is laughably terrible. Let's see what I got. We got 1 potion. I really need to start buying some potions. Bro, what is this? You know what? I don't even care. Just water gun it. It's a Slugma. Does this Slugma only know how to yawn? What is this? What is this? What is this AI? Bro is EP. Grovile. Thankfully, I have a perfect counter. Now, thankfully, even though if I don't have water type super covered, because my main starter is 4 times weak to grass, I did make an effort to be, of course you crit. I did make an effort to get a flying type to be able to deal with it. I would have been so mad if that crit killed. Item finder, hooray! Alright, creature still has enough HP. I think, actually, no, I'm gonna go back and heal. Hooray! Level. Spark can't come soon enough. It's like, Minun would be able to actually hold their own decently, because like, Minun, like, at least has like alright speed and special defense, so, and pretty alright special attacks, so once I get access to Spark, David is gonna be able to do a lot better than this stupid quick attack nonsense. Ombre and Electrike. Alright, before anything else, I'm going to... What do I... Well, I want to Thunder Wave at least one of these two. Let's Thunder Wave Ombre, then I'll focus my attacks on Electrike. Because I want to take the Electric type before I bring out Airstrike. Wow. You know what? Let's Helping Hand. Let's Helping Hand, Fury Swipes. Wow. Incredible. I'll just guarantee that kill. You know what, I could just do the easy thing and try to... like, take out my Flan type, take out Airstrike, take care of Lombre, but you know what? I want to be able to actually get some good experience here, so... Let's leave. Actually, Thunder Wave. Incredible. Great turn, everybody. Yeah, I think mining gets Spark at 18. So I think we're almost there. A revive. That'll be useful later on. Nope, it wasn't 18. Maybe it was 19. Watch it be like somewhere in like the 20s or something. I'm like making my life way harder for myself than it needs to be. Airstrike hasn't gotten much of a chance in a little bit, so. Quick attack Abra. Quick attack Abra. $19. Okay. Thank you for double checking. Okay. Fascinating. I'm gonna take out Airstrike and get out Evermore. I don't want to see any electrical moves, just yeah. Goodbye, Magnemite. That Psychos kind of looks like they have like a purple and blue hair for this sprite. Pokeball. Oh hey look, it's an Oddish, it's the thing I can't use. Unless we're here in Mauville. Alright, I think I need to buy myself some, like, healing items. How many of these do I have? I'll get 2 of these in the end if I need them. I don't say I'm not gonna use those, but... Love that goated music there. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if I beat Wally's Ralts with just quick attack? Oh. Wow, I guess I just made my life harder for myself. Oh, this thing is double team. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. I made a bad mistake! I made a bad mistake! But I pulled it off! I did a terrible performance in that job! I did a terrible job in that performance, but I still did it. I don't care what the doubters say. I don't care what the doubters say. Deviant is the GOAT. Thanks, Scott the Waz. Now I gotta heal up again. Alright, I definitely want to at least get Spark before I challenge the next gym. So I'm going to take on some of these gym trainers here. So who do I want to pair Deviant with here? Everyone's going to have plenty of battles ahead of him in the next coming gym battle, so let's get some of my other mons some options. That looks like the stars of a generic slice of life school anime. Oh wow, I can use Thunder Wave on Airstrike? That's kind of funny. Nice. Oh no, not Odor Sleuth. Whatever will I do about Odor Sleuth? Do you think somebody will make like a fanfiction about them at some point? I feel like there's like the potential, like random people just have the craziest fixations on like random specific NPCs in games, like I feel strangely fond about this one random Xenoblade 3 NPC, Kairi, who's like, Mio's friend. Oh, here it is, Spark. Interesting that I would get Spark right as, I'm talking about Xenoblade 3. I could choose another Pokemon, but I wanna give this a little run. Hey, that was not bad. See? Deviant can do things. Who cares it was 8 levels lower? I You know, when I was looking for Pokemon to use for this run, I was really limited with Pokemon I could use for Fire and Water types, and so I thought, hey, you know, mine is an electric type. Oh, don't send out the Tailo! Don't send out the Tailo! Oh, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Yeah, you down here. Oh, don't send out a flying type. Oh. You'll do that just for me? Oh, thank you. Wow, we're doing this back to back, huh? Doing this back to back. Alright, small child. Oh, you do not have a... The air is tasty here. Fascinating. Meta-Titan Dud. Oh, don't treat me like this game. Oh! You're too kind, really. You're too kind. Well, seeing as we saw how well this went last time, let's see if this is different here. Nope. Yeah, honestly, part of the reason why I wanted to use mine was because, like, 95 speed is not terrible. Like, it's Like, obviously there's better Pokemon in terms of speed for sure, like... Like, this isn't some, like, crazy sweeper or nothing like that, but... I can see it being useful. Oh, a Bug Maniac. Oh, and are you gonna be using any bug flying types? Oh, would you look at that? Well, that's a actually that's a poison bug type, but nice gust. Boost. Here's the bug flying type. I feel like on my very first Pokemon playthrough ever, I actually ran a Dustox just because I thought it was interesting looking, but then eventually benched it because it was terrible. And keep in mind, that was my very first Pokemon game, so... It would have been really useful for the May battle, but... Wingles will no longer be an issue to us. Goldeen. Encore. I'm not gonna bother with Encore. Wow, Deviant's the highest level of my Pokemon now. Okay. I think I need to head off to the gym after this one. I'll, like, heal up in the town and then run back and get to challenging Watson. Here it is, chat. Here we go. Alright, fair enough, Ouija. You take care and rest well. Thank you for showing up, for hanging out for the stream. It's good talking to you about Pokemans and all that stuff. Fortunately, there's not much, Oh yeah, no worries, man. I know I'm not exactly the most active person, over Discord either, so... Yeah, I get it. Take care, have a good one. around this house. See, I feel like, was there anything in Verdant Turf? Let me double check. I feel like there might have been something here that I needed to get, but probably not. Nope. Alright, Watson. As much as I would like to use my fresh and ready evolved Swellow, a lightning type gym, electric type gym is not the place for it. Metatite? You know, your standard fare in a electric gym. Oh, okay. Go ahead, just like don't even bother doing anything useful this turn. Sure, I'll get a head start on taking the electric. Nice charge. 21. Fake out. I might get fake out. Let's see what. Astonish is. Screw it. I'll get rid of Astonish for fake out. I'm sure I could get some utility out of it. Oh wow, I used fake out because I just looked at Astonish. It's pretty funny. Wow, nice detect. Another one. Oh cool, I get a head start with water gun, nice. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use tackle on this thing, since I think it might be more physically tanky or something. Imagine using tackle at level 20 with him. What are these trainers? They're not even using electric types. So I'll use Mud Slap. Just shame you for bringing a Zigzagoon into here. And you have two types in the electric gym. And neither of them are electric. What are you doing? That's not how this works. Illumise. Oh no. I'll just fake out Illumise. Wow, it didn't even actually click it there. Okay. Alright, now we just take it out with this. Down and out. Nice electric type move on a bug type. I don't know if you can hear that car in the background. Unplugged and turned off. Just give a last little heal before we take on the boss. Let's make sure we got our team out right. Yep. Alright, Watson, let's see what you got. I remember I actually was like really stuck on Watson when I was a kid because I still was like learning all the type matchups and oh. Okay. Suddenly Voltorb. But yeah, like, I mean, I mainly had a problem with, like, Magnemite because I couldn't, like, figure out how to take it out. Because it was too, like, yeah, Magneton, because it was, like, I guess it's a steel type, and I only had, like, pretty weak physical moves, so... What? What is happening? Nice miss. This gym is hilarious when you pick the Marshtomp line. I'm not really worried about Evermore actually fainting here. If Evermore I was gonna say, if Evermore faints, I can just use Quick Attack, but... Not necessary. Not even close to necessary. Thanks, Watson. Hooray! TM34. Shockwave. Never misses. You know what? I'm never gonna use Shockwave on anything else. Obviously, I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm not gonna ever use Helping Hand, so I'm just gonna throw it on Deviant for now. I will not be keeping that forever, but since this is just a one-run thing, there's no reason for me to hold on to it and never use it. So I may as well have an option if an opponent wants to be annoying and spam double team. Alright, now I need a Rock Smash. Who's the... I think there's like, who's the guy who teaches Rock Smash? Are you Mr. Rock Smash? Yes, you are Mr. Rock Smash. I knew. I knew it. I knew there was a guy here who gave you it. Alright, let's see. Can, Mr. Cut is not able to. So let's see if, let's take a look at Old Friend. I think Old Friend might be able to get at it. I don't see any reason why. Yes, Old Friend is able. Alright. Oh, hey Pages, welcome! This is a Pokemon Emerald 450 BST or less run, so I have to use Pokemon that have no more than 450 base stat totals, and I can't use any Pokemon that evolve into a Pokemon with that much. With the exception of my starter, I can evolve my starter at least the once into Marshtomp, but I can't evolve it into Swampert because Swampert is over 450, so that is the one exception to the evolution rule. But any other Pokemon, if their evolution is over 450, even if I don't evolve them, they are out of, I'm unable to use them at all, so. Alright. Alright, I want to give Air Strike a try here. So only mid-run. This may end up being just a pretty mid-run, but no, it's for the entirety of the run. I can only, that rule applies specifically to the entire run, and I can't. Yeah, and I am pretty like. I'm close to like the middle-ish point of the run. Not quite middle, but... Oh, sorry, I meant like only mid-Pokemon. Pretty much! I mean, Swampert... Swampert is incredibly awesome, and I would say Marshtomp itself is not what I would consider mid, but most of these Pokemon are pretty mid, for sure. But I'm seeing what I can do with them. which is not a really good type matchup for mine. Mine is like basically the only electric type I had access to, and I could have used Roselia if this was Ruby or Sapphire, but unfortunately there's Roselia is not available in Emerald for some stupid reason, so. Mud-Spore, that's an electric one, I think, right? Yeah. You know, unfortunately, we don't got any good ground-type moves for a while, but... Alright, let's go for it. I could have gone back and healed up the paralysis if I felt like it, but I don't, so. Zigzagoon. Creature. Oh, I do something similar all the time. Like when I'm watching other streamers, I will always be doing something in the background, like whether it's like video editing or other work in the background. You know, I 100% have that same ADHD, so I totally feel you on that. One of these days, I gotta reinstall Minecraft. I stopped using it and basically gave it to my sister because she used it a lot more than I did, and yeah, so I just haven't done anything with Minecraft in a long, long time. But one of these days, I'd like to go back and give it a shot again. Do some more fun things. Try out the new features, new biomes, all that good fun. Yeah, I know most people don't like, I know a good amount of people don't like vanilla Minecraft, but honestly, I just kind of vibe with it. I'm like, I've never been one to like modding and all the stuff that's involved with modding, and like, I completely get that it's a pretty awesome thing to do, but yeah, no, I like me some vanilla. I also like vanilla ice cream. That's probably the only boring thing about me. No, there's definitely more boring things about me, for sure. But you get what I mean. Wah. I have to say, for this run, it's very nice to have an evolved Pokemon that I can use. Like, Swallow is going to be so useful later in the game when I really need to have some strong physical attackers. Yeah, I already gave Swallow the Silk Scarf, so once I get Facade, oh, it's gonna be glorious. No, Wing Attack already is a sizably strong one, and also you're running it alongside the Marshtomp line. Like early, like I was saying in like the first game, like, it was actually incredible, like, the type, how useful it was having a flying type around to deal with all the bugs and grass types early on in the game. Yeah, Soul is definitely going to be like one of my best physical attackers of, that I could really have at this low level. Okay, so I gotta get the lore about, Macho Brace. Fortunately, at lower speeds, that's not very all that useful. Yeah, I always loved that there was like an actual dude out on Victory Road who corresponds to that trainer. I'm gonna be real, when you say vanilla tweets, that makes me think that, were I to do so, it would be like, this cat's name is gay porn, look him up on your school computer. Oh, absolutely, I love the vibe of, old school Pokemon. Or I guess maybe just specifically, Emerald is like the most nostalgic for me because this was my very, very first Pokemon game that I ever played, so there's a great deal of nostalgia for it. As you can see, I knew exactly who to switch in, because I knew, well, one of the two of them had a Magnemite, so I knew Evermore's time to shine was upon us. Alright, let's see, Minen. Alright, I think I'm gonna like quickly give make sure to save the state. I haven't done the save state in quite a while, so definitely worth saving in case something goes wrong or explodes. I hate when things explode. This is not a preferred matchup. Alright, Airstrike, take care of the critter. I was gonna say maybe it might be a bad idea to do this since if Spore might paralyze me, but paralysis comes one way or another. Alright, Deviant, get out of here. There it goes. Wow. Wow, rude, right in the way. What is my favorite Pokemon gen? It's gotta be Gen 3. it's still Gen 3, and it's nostalgia's a big part of it. Like, I will be real, I do prefer battle mechanics after the physical special split. Like, I feel like that just made things so much better. But I'm nostalgia blind. I don't care. It's always gonna be my favorite one. Gen 5 I also feel greatly about, because Black 2 is actually my second Pokemon game. While I got Black 2 second and not just Pokemon Black or Pokemon White, you could tell me, but yeah, I got Black 2 second, so. Gen 5 is pretty fun, I will say. I do wish the Pokemon didn't evolve so much, so late. I was actually, because when I was talking with Wiley, on her like playthrough, when I was like co-hosting with her, we were talking about Gen 5 and how certain Pokemon evolve way too late. Like we wanted to love Braviary, but Braviary evolves at like level 50 something, like pretty much by the time you're at Victory Road. And at that point, what's even the point? Yeah, and then there's also other like really cool ones. Like I would have loved to get Bouffalant is like objectively such a really cool Pokemon that could have been used during the I would have loved to use during the main playthrough, but again, you can't get until like right at the end of the game pretty much at like Victory Road. So it's just like that is one of my, that's my one big gripe with I'm gonna check something real quick. Let me see, how much I think Torkoal is too high a BST for me to use, unfortunately, but yep, 470, so it's too much. One of these days I'd love to use a Torkoal, because A, turtle, B, turtle. I like turtle. Alas, this is not the run for it. Alright. You, my friend, have gotten way too much attention. Let's get Deviant Creature there, get them some experience. Dun dun dun. Alright, since you like Gen 5, who do you think is the best starter in Gen 5? I'll be real, I was never like all that insane about the starters in that generation. Like the run that I did, I chose Superior, and I don't know if I just got bad IVs or something, but it just could not kill for the life of me. Also, I think I might like Snivy the least. Like, I think Oshawott is the one that I like the best. Like, I've always been one to prefer water types for the starter Pokemon, and Oshawott just like appeals the most to me. And I know like some folks are not like crazy about Emboar, but I thought Emboar was interesting enough, kind of fun. Like, yeah, I know firefighting, but nice miss. Wow, nice super effective move there. God. Oh wait, it has... Oh, I guess this one doesn't have flame body. I think I also just have like an extra appreciation for Emboar because of my Fire Emblem YouTuber friend Emboar buff. I hope people remember Emboar buff. He was like the guy who had like all like the crazy wrist silly things. Yeah, I don't even care. Go for it. Just give you. I haven't talked with Emboar buff in a while. I hope he's doing alright. Yeah, he was always quite funny. He really understood my like sense of life funny, so I always clicked well with him. Honestly, I don't watch much Fire Emblem stuff either. Like, I also don't produce much Fire Emblem stuff. Like, most of the stuff that I talk about on this channel is like just Fire Emblem Heroes, but like, you know, aside from the random surge of inspiration that I had last year with like effectively using Sayori, effectively using Owen, effectively reusing Liliana, like, you know, aside from that, there has not really been much in the way of something that's like interested me or something I felt worth talking about on the channel. I even like made like a video about it and I was like, oh, I know, it's like, oh, I'm so excited to talk about Infinity Auto Battles. You know, most of the stuff on this channel has been a lot more Love Live related because I actually have more to say about them, but nice splash, Wilmer. I do have like a list of videos in like the background of like video ideas for things that I could be working on, and like right now I'm very occupied with Love Live Lunacy episode 9, and I do have some other like Love Live thing in the background as well that I'm like working on too, but you know, for Fire Emblem I do actually have like one like scripted thing that's like finished, but I gotta like I gotta make some visuals for that, and so I've been kind of putting that off because it's not like a small thing to do in between projects. That's just a project that would really be useful to do at a point where I'm not like in a rush. Oh, you silly youth. The Three Houses era isn't over. No matter what option you choose, it's always another 10 years of Fire Emblem Three Houses discourse. That's how it goes. Although I will agree with you on the Heroes era. I feel like I have noticed in recent years that the engagement with Heroes has sharply dropped. Like, pretty much the entire reason my channel was able to take off in the first place was because Fire Emblem Heroes was really hot at the time, and I was making stuff about Fire Emblem Heroes. And so that kind of helped propel me into the stardom, but... Numel. Get rid of Numel. Yeah, but now it's just... There's not much of an interest in actually, like, talking about Faye. I think so too. I think Three Houses always remained, like, in modern times, the most popular Fire Emblem game. Like, even if many of us in the community absolutely hate it, or at least find it a bit obnoxious and overrepresented, it still remains the best-selling Fire Emblem game that I'm aware of. Or, if I'm correct, I believe it's the most best-selling one of the bunch. It sold more than Engage, I at least know that, but... That is kind of funny. I have, I beat it twice. I did both, I did Blue Lions first, then I did, Golden Deer. Then after Golden Deer was finished, I started a Crimson Flower run, but then just didn't want to finish it. So I just, like, stopped talking about it. Or I just stopped caring about it. I just kind of dropped it and then never picked it back up. And I don't really feel a drive to go and pick it back up, especially since now I know what happens in the Crimson Flower anyway, so... Yeah, the community really did turn on it. I can absolutely see why that would discourage you from playing it. Yeah, if there's like nobody who is like interested in talking with you about the game, you know, at that point, what's the point even? Anyway, I'm gonna catch this Slugma. Believe it or not, I'm going to be running a Slugma. Actually, let me check. Alright, let me... I think because I touched it and it didn't, So let me check what level you can get it at this route. See if this is a good level for it. Okay, this is actually on the highest end of its level, so this is good. Unfortunately, I think that this one does not have flame body, which is unfortunate. fun fact, Sluggimon is actually the first Pokemon I ever got as a shiny, and it was in my first ever Emerald run. You know what, I'm gonna call this one... Goopsie! And I think I'm not even gonna end up using that particular one because, I'm gonna hold off on getting some of these, trainers for now, because, oh, I say as I immediately run directly into one. Coffee. Wow, really? Oh, at least I can quick attack. I don't realize the second two, like the coughing, has levitate, so... Ah, I two-shot it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what, just take out Airstrike. If Airstrike gets poisoned, I don't know. Wing attack might just take it out in one hit. Not if it self-destructs. Thunder Wave. Try a quick attack. See if I get burned. No, it does not look like that. Alright, just get me to the town, please. Thank you. I thought I lived on one. Oh yeah, Faye is, terrible. Very terrible. It is only proceeded to get so much worse with, true damage reduction up the wazoo. Alright, let's check your ability. Magma armor, so that means I have to go and get a different thing. Yeah, the latest one that they did, just straight up has a person that has built-in Miracle that just gets up to maximum right at the start, and if it procs, then your opponent just straight up can't do any damage whatsoever. Like that, I don't even mean that in a rhetorical way. Like, quite literally, your damage is always reduced to 0. Because Double team! Nice. I am actually going to be using this. This is part of my way of making Deviant somewhat useful. I'm gonna get rid of quick attack. To be fair, is the only invincible, like truly invincible person, but some of them may as well be. Like it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of stuff you actually need to actually defeat some of these stupid units in Fae these days. I'm not getting a Slugma below level 16. So I think if I want to like test out if so what's a weak move I can use? I guess I can use Tackle. Or actually, I think Creature is like weak enough to like not be substantially a problem. Come on, Slugma, Slugma, where are you, Slugma? I want you, Slugma. Slugma balls. Alright, let's try Thief. Now, if I get burned, this one has Flame Body. Yes, this is it! Alright. Alright, now I'll switch out to Deviant. Thunder Wave. Because I know this one is, no, I'm gonna give it the same nickname, but with a bit more, oomph. Goopsie is like a really good name, but I'm gonna say, so now I can send it up. I'll be sending out Goopsie. Goopsie is gonna be the joke of this entire run. I'm gonna hold down so I don't get into the trainer battle. And I'm an idiot. Let's get you up. Okay. Alright, now. Goopsie! It's gonna go into the party. And we're gonna take Mr. Cut, and Mr. Cut can take the not all that good Goopsie and hang out there. Let's see. There was something else I needed to do in this town. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now this town has a herb place, and normally herbs are terrible. There it is. Actually, that is the fossil herb. That's right. Okay, I know there's wait, is this? Oh, I'm in Fall Harbor, not... Wrong town. Wrong town. Silly, silly me. I don't think there's anything else in this town, actually, that I need. Okay. Alright, now let's see, where do I get the EXP share? I can't remember. Oh. I have to go all the way back to Devon Corp. I was making a joke and my preferred strategy is uninstalling the game, real. Alright. I'm gonna take Goopsie out this way. Actually, wait, no, I have trainers this way, and I may as well take care of these trainers while they're around, so. Meryl and Skarmory. Well, thankfully, Deviant can take out, Meryl, no problem. I think I can trust Goopsie not to die to Skarmory instantly. Goopsie is not gonna be fun to raise up, because, oh, that is not pleasurable. Wow, that's a super effective move there. Alright, then we're gonna... Actually, what do I do here? I'm switching out to Airstrike. I don't trust that Lumberry. I'm not gonna take unnecessary risks here. Of course I missed. Nice Swift. Take you out. And because I don't trust my luck, Shockwave. Hey, I get to say that I had some utility out of it. Oh, hey, look, another Swallow. replace this one with that, Aaron. It's not a great matchup. I'm just gonna switch out. Heal. There are some things I do have to do farther back, but I should probably find a way to fish. Well, that's definitely not a good matchup. That's one level for Goopsie. Oh yeah, this is the fossil house. That's what I was thinking about. Unfortunately, the fossil Pokemon are too high BST for me to use, so... Oh, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna yawn. Fake Out did that much? Oh my god. I have a feeling this thing's gonna try and attack. Okay, cool. Hey, it gets absolutely nothing but tackle, so... Yes, we will be switching out on the Barboach. Ah, I can find this trainer, why not? I'll go back and heal. Just let me know if I'm like healing too much. I know I'm like doing a decent amount, but I want to like make sure that I have a good amount of health left for taking out certain trainers. Goopsie is not a good fit for Graveler, not in the slightest. Graveler, and then Fairy Swipes. That was a stupid... Once I committed to it, I knew I had to let that happen. So... No, that's a Nuzlocke, but I think Creature needs to get some, like, experience. Creature's kind of falling a little bit behind now. Okay, can you hit the Fury Swipes? Please, thank you. I think, Confuse Ray is not very far off, so... Yeah, Nightshade might be better here. Much better. I'm going back. I think I'm gonna buy some more Pokeballs. So I will need to get something. It may seem like a lot, but I think I may just need them. We'll see. Alright, old friend. Hey, Slugma. Slugma v Slugma! Slugma wins! Look at that, Goopsy actually did something on his own! Good job, Goopsy! Dogs on my fire. You set my spirit on fire. Man, that's some fire, Slugma. That's some fire on the fire. It's on fire. Everything's on fire. It's on fire. Evermore, come and help out. We got some. I don't think Geodude has any like meaningful ground type moves. Oh, now I have a good experience. Good excuse to have two different types of things. So I send out Goopsie to get that juicy EXP. Then I send out Creature. Then it uses Leer, which doesn't matter. Then I use Fury Swipes, and then I get all 5 and also crit because I want to do this in one go. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. And I missed. Hoo. Oh yeah, I forgot to put silly me forgetting to put Slugma up on the overlay. There we go. Problem solved. You saw nothing. Now, full heal. So now I want to actually switch out Goopsie for now because you are at the lowest level possible. My last member is going to be a Soul Rock, but it's not going to be this one because this one is level 14. Income at 14, 16, 18 here, so I'm gonna go Slugma. Something, something, Slugma ball. Hee hee ho 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 ho. It's the funny thing. It's the funny slug. The funny slug. Alright, get out of here, do that. Welcome to the Stream Squid system. I've just arrived in Mount Moon, or Meteor Falls, and I'm running back and forth trying to get a Soul Rock with a decent level on it. Unintruded. Unimpeded, I think is what I meant to say. Thankfully, Deviant is super effective against all these Zubats, so. Just training. It's just training, guys. I have indeed found the Soul Rock in this area. Click now to find hot Soul Rocks in your area. Thankfully, I got Shockwave on backup. I feel like, have I known you from somewhere else, Squid System? That is a username I find incredibly familiar. Or at least somewhat familiar. Maybe you like tuned in some of my other streams, or maybe you're like somebody I know over Discord. I feel like you're somebody I know over Discord somewhere. could be wrong though. I know a lot of people over Discord. Most people I know are people I know over Discord. How did I find a soul rock on my first try, and then everything after that has been just Zubat? Well, this is a Ghost Valkyrie stream. Haunting is well in the cards. So haunt to your heart's content. You're more than welcome here. No, I'd also be more than welcome here. A level 18 Soul Rock, that's what! There we go. Alright, let's switch out to creature. I'll do like fake out, I guess. I'll finish swipes it. Alright, that's probably good enough for now. Rock 2, oh my god. It's Rock 2, oh my god. Watch me not even catch it after going through all this effort. And then immediately I get it, okay. Thank God. And with that, we finally have Soul Rock added to the decks. I'm not naming it Rock 2-up, by the way. I absolutely refuse to call it Rock 2-up. I just think this has a better name than that. Sure. We'll call him Astronomy. Alright, now let me... Look at that. Oh, just for old time's sake, huh? For old time's sake, huh? Alright, but now, I'm not going back up to the town. I'm going down here. And Amelia running face first into a Machop. And he's running face first into a Shockwave. Ta-da. Teehee. Alright, now what was up here? A great ball! Hey, would you look at that? I got one back. I'm also now realizing I spent all that money on great balls just to only use like 2. Alright, well, I may as well. PP up. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Okay, and airstrike. And I'll just do that. Nice. Okay, I don't know why I thought Fake Up would work on Xanger's on the second turn, but watch him Meditate use like Detect or something. Actually, there's no way that would have happened because it's already Hidden Power. Fascinating. Goodbye. Let's see what Viper has in store for us. I don't even know what... What do you mean by, like, the physics? Do you mean, like, just the way that everything looks on screen, or, like... Or just the feel of playing it? Because if you're talking about, like, the way it plays, then I 100% agree. I do think it is pretty fun. Also, that Blink just used Splash. Wow. Oh, the Psychic! I thought I misread Psychic as Physics. Yeah, no, that wasn't on you, that was completely on me. Yeah, no, the Psychics have like a cool little thing on the top of their head. It kind of reminded me of like, I can't put a name or a face to it, but I feel like there's like a specific type of anime character that looks distinctly very much a lot like that. Now that we're back in Rustboro, let's heal up. And Astronomy is gonna go in here. Swap out old friend. Thank you for your service, old friend. And our team is now officially all set. It's their antenna, yeah. That's where they get all their, that's how they distribute all their psychic power from. It just like, whoop, whoop. Like a radio antenna. Alright. There we go. There's the XP share. I completely forgot this was a thing I could do. Alright, Goopsie, you have to get a hold of that. Alright, now let's take a look at Astronomy. See, it's kind of a Nepo. Hey, don't be mean to Steven like that. No, Steven's not the Nepo baby. If anybody's a Nepo baby, it's this guy here handing out the EXP share, telling me to go and run his errands for me. It's too busy. It's the big CEO, the big corporation. Of course. Can't hire someone to do that. No, you have to have a kid do it for free. You know, that old guy right there sitting in that little chair, making me not be able to walk through his, I'm walking here, I'm walking fast, I'm walking smooth, I'm walking around. That is Devon Corp money, yep. I think he got the... Well, you know, at least he's doing fun things like digging up minerals and trying to, like, find, looking at minerals and, like, researching, like, cool science-y stuff rather than, like, doing the boring basic thing like manipulate elections or some shit like that. I'm a very brave person for saying something like that on a stream. Maybe. Anyway, I'm a big fan of minerals. Okay, now I can, there we go, put Solar Rock up on the overlay. Look at that! Full team! Hooray! Yay! Alright, now what do I need to do? Now I need to go... I need to go back. Thankfully there's, the shortcut, here. G-Max Intellion. When I played through Sword and Shield, I called mine Incelion. Oh, and I need Rock Smash for this. Okay, cool. Alright, Astronomy, we have to go back. We have to go get the Rock Smash. Apparently, I have to get the Rock Smash. He did always seem the type, you know. Bro watched a spy movie and said, bro, I'm him. But he wasn't him. Now, second time's the charm. We will not be forgetting Rock Smash this time. Oh, 04. Strength. Can't even be a James Bond. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that one. Oh, nice. Good job, creature. Now we are back in Virgin Turf. Watch the rocks respawn on the route. I need to get the old friend out again. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I have to do that again. Tired of running backtracking. And of course I do. Well, just airstrike, you take a break. Oh hey Fancy, welcome. I'm about to go miss some fools up at the top. The thing. Oh, nice miss. Here's some good creature out. Take out the chop. Detect. Oh, finally. Yes. This is one that's going to be on the final moveset for sure. Fake out is stupid. Upsy daisies. Let's go up to the top of the mountain. You know what, these guys are gonna have like pushy Enos and stuff with like dark type moves. That's not really optimal for astronomy at all, so I think let's send out Deviant. Everybody would love if the volcano erupted and killed lots of people. Don't you agree? That would be awesome! Spark that Zubat, and yeah, we'll just detect. See what I can screw up with this. Hopefully Null doesn't have anything super effective against Deviant, but I think Deviant can live in Null. Magnitude. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, I think I may have... Oh. Well, I can't do anything, so... I'm gonna set out astronomy, because astronomy is levitate. That is one of the main reasons I thought it'd be a great idea to grab astronomy, is because being a rock type that's immune to ground types, kind of useful, especially when you have as limited as many limited options as I do. That was a crit? Wow. Incredible. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna make creature do detect, just because I want to see astronomy get the kill. Wow. Phenomenal. Wow, I got the double detect. Okay, cool. Confusion will not miss, though. There we go. My dream of a big house. Also, I don't think exploding magma everywhere is a good way to actually, like... That generally does not help with the building of houses. Generally, that causes the destruction of houses. Alright, let's put Goopsie in front and see what we can do here. This thing is like... Nice. Alright, let's use Confusion. Yeah, let's try to take up this level. Oh no, not my attack when I'm using a special attack. Oh no. Oh, look at that, Goopsie's growing up. Zubat. Nope, because I can just rock throw and take this thing down. Oh, that thing is bite. Well, thankfully I'm outspeeding it, so... Should have remembered that Zubat has bite. Poochin I will switch out on, though. Yeah, we'll just have Deviant explode with Spark. Unless Numel have more, take it out. I don't feel like healing before them, so... I don't want to take the lead. I think Evermore might be the best one to take the lead here. Actually, I don't remember what Pokemon he leads with. I think I actually might start with Deviant. Realistically, I'm probably not gonna do... Nope, screw it. Let's go. Let's just go. Go for it. Alright, Maxie. Bro thinks that land is the cradle of all things. Bro has never heard of my boy Anomalocaris. Alright. Go on, Maxie. Give it your best shot. Yeah, I thought it was a mighty entity to start with. Well, let's see how much Spark does. Alright. It's not bad. Might be able to take it out. Well, paralyze it. Alright. Good, that wastes a super potion. No, definitely able to 2-round this, so. Oh, is he gonna send out another Camerupt? Well, he's probably gonna want to use, Alright, well, I'm gonna shift out to Evermore then. Because even if he uses a ground type move, I... Tackle. Nice tackle. Easy. Another mighty, 2 mighty Endas and a Camerupt. Phenomenal team. Truly phenomenal. I don't want to put it up against Alright, there we go. Who needs to heal before a boss fight, right? Who needs it? Zubat. Well, I'm not gonna send an Astronomy against that one again. I could do something with Creature, but no. I don't think Creature's well suited to this fight. Shockwave will one-shot. This is like the master of all those Zubats that I was ripping apart in Meteor Falls. Trying to get Soul Rock. Oh, and Group Series level 22. Harden. Sure. Smog sucks. Good job, Goopsie. You learned a defensive move. Hooray. Oh, we shall meet again, indeed. I got a meteorite. Yeah, I got a meteorite. It's quite alright. Now, we talk to Grandma. Get a bunch of lava cookies. Get all these, get every single one of these budget full heals I can. Obviously I'm not gonna spend all my money on it, but There we go. That should be plenty. See how many I actually bought. 18. Not bad. That should probably last me for like the whole game for sure. Alright, easy. What could you possibly be doing here? Oh, you can actually fight this guy. I thought he was just an NPC. Oh, either way. They're a good experience. Nice. No, I'm gonna go down this way. Burn heal. One last trainer before we tail. You know what? Let's get astronomy a level. There we go. Nice. And astronomy like just barely doesn't level. Okay, cool. Nice. And now I'm gonna go in here and talk to old man. Trickle! I'll be giving this to, Goopsy once I'm, like, actually a decent level. Is there anything else I need to do here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. In that case, I guess let's just get right to the gym. No reason to beat around the bush with it. Nice. Fire spin. I think I will. Wow, tackle sucks in this generation. Yes, feed my son. Feed my son the sun. Oh, and I'll just detect. Why not? Well, it's trying to be some time to just take out Slugma. Nice miss. Incredible. I'll just thief. Why not? Oh. Okay, that works too. Another level for Group C. Hiker Ellie? Yo, something something Ellie ISA Love Live, haha. It's like the show that I like, that also I talk about on this channel. Kecleon? That was a bit early for Kecleon. You want to see something funny? Fire Spin? Actually, no, wait. Even better idea. Confusion. And I'm gonna assume that, yeah, I had a feeling I would go first, so... do that, and then color change will change it to Psychic. Flamethrower? I'll use Psychic on that, and then Thief on Kecleon. Oh. Whoops. Well, that was a stupid play. Oh my god, I lived. Okay. That's my sign to stop goofing around and, detect. Take out Nemo. I wanna go back. Alright, let's heal up, I'm able to keep using slow rock for the rest of this gym, so... Nice crit. I'll just finish off the confusion. Easy. Making some good progress here, I guess. Rock throw. Play with fire, you get burned. Ah, my good old friend trial and error. So this is the one. And then you go here. And now we're here at Flannery. Okay. Anybody need to heal up? No. I don't remember what her team was. I know she gets like a Nummel, like a Torkoal. But okay, this is definitely not Deviant's time to shine, and I think I would like to save Astronomy for when Torkoal shows up. Alright, Flannery, let's give it a good old go. Wish I had a better water move than Water Gun, but... Slugma. Hey, what do you know? There we go. Now it's Astronomy's time to shine. Nice sunny day, Mr. Slugma. Hyper Potion. I'm gonna use up that nice potion nice and early on a Slugma. And I missed. I missed. Why does it keep living on one, bruh? Oh, of course. No worries. There's Slugma taken care of. Hammerupt. I feel like this thing's gonna try and use Overheat, but hopefully Mudshot kills? It's stab and physical. No, it doesn't. Tackle? Tackle? You're kidding me, right? What? Why did she use tackle? I mean, I guess you didn't see an overkill with, Screw it. Let's take Astronomy for a ride. See what Astronomy can do. Yeah, I will get an antidote on. So then I can just overheat. Okay, that's disappointing, but okay. Okay, you know what, Deviant, you haven't had much of a chance to do much this time around, but come on, use your spark. And it's paralyzed. Okay, that does not kill. And I win. That was a very scuffed ending, but at least I got, like, charm! Finally! That's good. I'm looking for this. Alright. I want to actually keep this, so I'm afraid it's time to finally say goodbye to Shockwave after we used it, like, a little bit this stream. It's the Heat Badge, which you obtain through... I feel like I gotta take some of these a bit more seriously. I'm like... Overheat, hooray. Now to do something very silly. Who needs Ember when you can have Overheat? I love teaching Overheat to a Slugma. Hello, May. Oh yeah, now I can go in the desert. Alright, let's see. Well, I've been going here for about 3 hours. I think before I call it quits, there's like a little bit more I want to do. Like, I'm not going to be challenging Norman today, but alright, we're going to switch, I want to get, gotta get Airstrike back in the air. Oh, he's not even a trainer, okay. Thankfully I don't have a need to go to leverage anymore. Nugget! Cool. Not exactly an optimal thing. Sure.
I think I might actually, Goopsy actually has, like, some pretty good, like... I feel like Goopsy, because Goopsy now has Overheat, Goopsy can at least do something. Right now, the one who needs the EXP share the most is Astronomy. Astronomy is, like, way far behind everybody else, so... I'm just gonna get back to... Come on, I can only miss this guy. I'll use Fire Spin, why not? Get that overtime. Oh, of course there's Feint Attack, really. Rock Throw and Nightshade. Why did I use Nightshade on a... No, what am I thinking, bruh? I think this is the sign that I need to, like... Alright, screw it. Let's try to just switching out. There we go. That is a weird pattern. I feel like I probably could have made my life a whole lot easier if I just swapped out one of my Pokemon for Rock Smash. But I don't care. I'm aggressively lazy, so I'm going the hard way, which is my easy way, which is actually the hard way. But I don't care. So this is my way. It's my way or the highway. It is getting a little bit on the later side. I'm not gonna challenge Norman tonight, but at the very least I want to, like, get back to where, get back to Pittsburgh. Actually, maybe I can challenge Norman tonight. Actually, do I even want to? No, I think tonight it's a little late. It's getting a little late. Stream's gone on for 3.25 hours. Yeah, I guess I could get like there's stuff I could get. I need to get something for Soul Rock later, but it's something that I can get now technically if I wanted to, but I don't want to run a good ways away right now. So, all right. I think I'm gonna call it here. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. So, next time we're gonna take on Norman. We're gonna keep on getting on, evolving up our mon, or actually all of our mons except for Slugma are now as evolved as they are gonna get during this run, but yeah, this has actually been surprisingly progressive for a lot of my Pokemon. I feel like I've gotten some good growth on a lot of them, so. Alright. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, chatting, and such, so. Have a good one.